Hello, everybody. My name is Clarence Napier, the insurance broker, licensed in 12 states. And those states are Washington State, California, Texas, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, Virginia, Maryland, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Michigan. Today is July 16th, 2025. And this podcast episode is about asking. That's right, ASK, asking. And the reason why I'm doing this episode is because there's a lot of white collar small business owners, and I'm talking about attorneys, CPAs, dentists, plastic surgeons, uh, medical professionals who have their own businesses. Financial people, real estate brokers, and any blue collar business owner like plumbing, electrician, uh, tile flooring, and anyone who has a business where the prices are $1,000 and higher. And the other reason why I'm doing this business is because a lot of people are missing out on doing something simple by asking or saying hello. So asking equals saying hello. And I believe the reason why there's a struggle with that is because a lot of people think if they introduce themselves, then they're going to face some rejection. And also as the owner of 321 Biz Development, a consulting firm, a sales system consulting firm, which will be an LLC in Atlanta or Georgia within the next couple of months. I believe this fear of introducing yourself is really what the hangup is. So 321 Biz Development, we have a 6 to 9 hour sales system where we talk about the 5 front end sales activities, which include contacting, prospecting, making the appointment, closing, and getting zero cost referrals. So this ask is really about introducing yourself and contacting. And I believe if most people understood the power of just starting a conversation with someone without any strings attached, without any, hi, I'm a realtor, hi, I'm a CPA, hi, I'm a bookkeeper, then just focusing on the hello or asking things like, how are you doing today? What's new? Like, for instance, my son and I, we were in Columbus, Georgia, and my son just moved from LA, and I moved here from the San Francisco Bay Area about a year and a half ago. So we were at this coffee shop, and this guy was doing this thing with his laptop and some other device. I believe he was making tracks on his computer, like, different beats and stuff. And this was a white guy from Dothan, Alabama. And it really surprised me that's what he was doing. He was a former club DJ, and he was probably like in his 50s. And he had been around a lot of hip hop people from around the country. So it really shocked me that was his background. So I saw him there he was sitting there for about an hour. And my thing, when I'm out and about, I always ask people, what are they doing? Or what do they do? Or something to strike a conversation. And when I asked him, he was so great with just telling me all about himself and what he did and who he knew and the work that he did as a club DJ in the South, like New Orleans, Alabama, Georgia, Florida. And I thought to myself, I could have sat there and never said anything to him. And I believe that's what the problem is with a lot of people, because here I am in the South, just left California a year and a half ago. And so I'm talking to this guy, didn't know what his reaction was going to be. He could have been someone that hated black people. But I have never, let me put it this way, of all the times, and I just remove the race part, of all the times that I've said hello to people, of all the times that I've picked up the phone and called people like B2B phone calls, I can count on two hands the times that I was rejected or some type of insult. And the insult wasn't bad. It was like, don't effing call me anymore. And I'm talking over 1,000 phone calls. And I could be, my number of 10 or less could be lower. It could be just 5 times. I can't remember. I think I can remember 2 times someone was rude to me when I gave them a phone call. And I can't remember not one time that someone was rude to me in person. So I think that's what the challenge is for most people. You see someone and you might say, oh, that person looks like they're doing better than me. Or that person's car is much nicer than my car. Or that person is dressed better than I'm dressed. Or that person lives in a neighborhood that's more upscale than where I live. And I believe that psychology of people are better than you are impacts us. But there's a book called The Magic of Thinking Big, and I did an episode on this about, I guess about a week ago, when it says never underestimate the other person and never overestimate yourself. So 321 Biz Development, we have a 6 to 9 hour course. And in the contacting module, we talk about the benefits of making contact with people, because you never know what service that person may need. And when you contact that person, your goal is not to immediately tell them about your company or your service. Your goal is to make a friend. And I know people may have heard of the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Well, that book was a game changer when I read it, like in the late 1990s, early 2000s. And the same thing with the book, The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz. So in closing, it's very important, I believe, that if you want to grow your business, the goal is to say hello to a lot of people and let them decide if they want to return the favor, be nice, and establish some type of communication with you. Just to let people know, Clarence Napier, the insurance broker, we have an online networking program that's 4 times a week, twice on Monday and twice on Wednesdays at 7:30 a.m. Eastern and 7:30 a.m. Pacific. And business owners can call in to it's like a webinar type. It can be audio or video, and you can talk about your business or yourself for about 3 minutes. And then when all the business owners finish talking about their businesses and products, then we will offer sales tips just like this one for about 10 to 15 minutes. And we know that once you get great information, you can begin to loosen up and begin to be the business owner that you want to be. If you want to sign up for the online networking, please email me at Clarence, CLARENCE, at INSFORSURE. That's Clarence at INSforsure.com. Or you can call me and leave a message. It's a voicemail number. It's 866-901-9876. Take care and have a fantastic week.